Hello, everyone. Welcome to another weekly teardown. Hope you have a steaming cup of tea or coffee ready because we are jumping into this website, which is Descript. So you cannot actually read the company name here, but that's totally fine. This is Descript. It's a video editor platform that I started to explore actually for my own videos, and it's really cool. There are some things that I would definitely improve on their website. First impression, the website is very artsy, right? Which in a way makes sense. It's a product for creators, podcast producers, editors. It's engaging, but I think it could be improved as far as a conversion standpoint and copy. So let's look at our model here. As usual, you will find the link to the guide on how to understand my model in the description. The alchemical transformation process. So we see right away that the website could do a better job at empathizing and guiding visitors when they get on the website, when they land. They could do also a bit of a better job at explaining and persuading users when after they land on the website, and they do a really good job at actually taking users from consuming the website to actually signing up. That's super effective, I think. So let's look at the main points here. First point, clarify value proposition for relevance, message match, and curiosity. So we see right away that their headline is there's a new way to make video, a good way. There are simple video editors and there are powerful ones. Only the script is both. What makes me think that they could improve it is that there's a redundancy in words here, I think. There's a new way to make video. First, I would say, what do you mean with a new way? And also, what does it mean to make video? Okay, people want to make video, but is this mostly for editing? Is this for posting on social media? What do you exactly mean by making video? And what do you mean by new way? Obviously, they cannot explain it right away here, but I think being more specific on who this is for and what they actually do would be a bit more effective. And also a good way. What do you mean by good? And when I say clarifying for message match, is a lot of people will come to the website with some problems or likely an idea of software that doesn't work or that doesn't do whatever they need to do simply or in a more easier manner. And they actually mention it here. There are simple video editors and there are powerful ones. So why not emphasize this? I will probably use some of this as a main headline, emphasize the simplicity and the power of the platform rather than new way to make video, a good way. It's a bit generic and vague, not super effective, I think. And yeah, like in general, simplifying the redundancy here. Oh, and this is an example of what I will be talking about in a bit, but find the redundancy here. Here's your simple, powerful way to make video. This would be probably an headline because users come to this site probably with the idea already in their minds that other ways are crappy, a bit inconvenient. So just be direct, point out what you do, how it's unique, and let them go, let them move forward. Next, we have lead with use cases directly. So the other thing that users might land on the website with in their minds is they will likely have an idea of what they need to do with video. There's a lot of different use cases of things that you can do with video, from podcasting, from posting video snippets on social media to interview documentaries, anything. And they have them all listed here, right? Transcription, podcasting, screen recording, and so on. But the problem is people need to actually look in the navigation menu, which is also quite small. When you scroll the page, it basically covers all of some of these, the main ones that they probably selected based on interest. But the problem is everything that has to do with the value that they offer for these use cases is hidden, right? So people need to scroll this section. They need to understand what they mean with these value propositions. And then they need to either click on the main generic product tour, which takes you to this page. Let's show you around. All right. So basically, if I was interested only in podcasting, I need to scroll the entire page, which is quite long, and find podcasting. How do you help me? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff. So you can see how it can get quite complex. Obviously, I can go here, go to podcasting, which is fine, but at the same time, why not make it clear on the homepage, right? Have just one section where you list all the different use cases and clearly help me access each one from that specific section. Easy, direct, and it also helps me understand, okay, this is what this software does, right? So it should complement what the value proposition does. And this is what I mean with lead with use cases directly. The other thing, probably I would rename the features navigation as in use cases or what you can do, something more descriptive and clear, especially since the use cases are not listed here. We want people to understand what this nav is for. All right, moving on. Respect usability heuristics. And this is what I was mentioning before. As far as usability, the website is very artsy, as already mentioned, and could do a better job at simpler, reflecting the simplicity of the software, and also the messaging, which is smart, feature oriented. Right now, it's probably too simple to the point that doesn't really reflect the nature of the software. So what I would recommend would be to follow the 10 usability heuristics from Nielsen Norman Group, which you can actually find on their website. And so here they are. Jacob's 10 usability heuristics. In particular, what I would pay attention here would be number 2, match between system and the real world. Design should speak the user's language, use words, phrases, concepts familiar to the user rather than internal jargon. So as far as jargon here, we have these vague words. It's not really jargon, but it's probably not word that people would use. I really like this example here as far as like when they cut all the ums and likes. This is probably a good example of the language that the audience would use. The other thing, user control and freedom. So users often perform actions by mistake. They need a clearly marked emergency exit to leave the unwanted action. And here, this is pretty clear when you see first my cursor says play with sound. I had no idea what that meant when I got here. I thought it was a bug. And whenever you click on the screen, you get this video playing, which is not what you would expect, and it's the same for every section. So every section is basically explained as a huge full screen video, which I don't think is ideal as far as a conversion standpoint. They can prove me wrong with data probably, but I would recommend they would stick with something simpler like normal fixed section. Maybe had these videos in smaller playable videos just to have it easier to access, and also because once I click, I don't really know. I see pause here, but I'm not entirely sure how I can basically get back to where I was. If I want to watch the video from the start, I had no idea how to do it except from reloading the page. You can see it's inconvenient. The other thing is probably the aesthetic and minimalist design, as I mentioned. As it says here, a minimalist three-leg stool is still a place to sit. I would just make the website a bit simpler, less creative, and more effective in general, which is the same that we have here with the copy, clarity over cleverness. I would emphasize being a bit more clear with this section rather than they are all trying to be clever. Don't share that yet. Okay, what does it mean? I have to watch the video to understand that. Creativity should be like fun. Okay, I watched the video and I know that they are talking about removing all the ums and everything through AI, but here I only see this headline here and then it said Descript harness the apocalyptic power of AI. So you can skip the hard parts. What do you mean with hard parts? I didn't know that they meant the ums, the likes, and all those annoying, weird parts in your speech. And also, yeah, in general, if you want to persuade me, I don't see any indication here of what the software does yet. So I need to go into either the product tour or into even just having a screenshot like this on the homepage would help me clearly understand what you do. So I can basically edit video using the transcript here. It's more visual and text based rather than video based with the storyline here. So in general, be a bit clearer rather than clever. Let's see what else. I would add some social proof from users. So some example videos, some YouTube channels, links, podcast links from users who actually produce using the script. So you can have a clear idea of the full potential. I don't see anything like that here. I just see logos of huge brands who use it, which is fine, but just show me what's possible here using social proof and even some testimonials, right? They probably have a load of testimonials they can use. And that's pretty much it. This is how I would improve these two sections. The other area that we usually look at is shield and lead, which is the final confirmation and purchase sign up. In their case, they're doing everything they can, as we saw, to silo visitors to the get started for free, which is not a problem. It's ideal in this case. They have a very good free plan that you can test. So you can see that they are pushing people to signing up right away without wasting time so they can try it. At the same time, I think if they did a better job at explaining what the software does even before people sign up, that would be a bigger advantage later on, because it would mean people wouldn't need to go through the entire tutorial to understand every single detail. They would already have a context in their minds for how the tool works. So yeah, just be a bit clearer rather than clever. And this is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was helpful, and have a great weekend.